What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. I have a speech titled The Bottom Line. Perhaps we need to re-examine the bottom line. I used to think the bottom line was money or the love of money. After I had my spiritual awakening, I found out that it's not. If we dig a little deeper, we will see that the real bottom line is a feeling of lack. The lack of self-esteem, the lack of self-worth, the lack of love, the lack of connection to a higher power. The love of money can be seen as one of many attempts to compensate for these lacks, a prop that keeps us away from the feelings of emptiness. I think people like what money can do for them. It brings feelings of security, safety, comfort, freedom, foundation, importance, significance, and value. The underlying belief is that we don't have these qualities inside us already, so we have to get them from somewhere else. The real bottom line is a fear of lack. We don't feel that we are good enough just exactly the way we are. We feel we would not survive if we were to allow our feelings of deep emptiness. We feel we are missing what is necessary in order to manage our lives and navigate our worlds. This fear is at the core of our lives and controls almost everything we do. I'm a perfect example. I was deeply religious because I thought I would be nothing without my beliefs. I needed something to hold on to in order to avoid feeling emptiness. That emptiness was a lack of self-worth in disguise. The harder I held on to my beliefs, the more worthless I felt. It wasn't until I let go of everything that I found out the truth. I found the truth is that the soul is the origin of my self-worth. My religion had been trying to tell me this, but I had been missing the point because I was taking things literally. I was told the word was infallible, but I did not stop to question if the interpretation was infallible as well. As a result, I was living someone else's truth, and my self-worth was nowhere to be found. Now I understand that the soul is true life, yet we pay very little attention to it. It seems like there is always something more important. The effects of misplacing the soul on our list of priorities is warfare, violence, injustice, inequality, suicide, depression, anger, and self-hatred. The soul is the origin of real self-worth, and it cannot be replaced. We can keep using imitations like we've been doing, but they are only shallow versions of the real thing. The soul is a very real part of us that is necessary for our well-being. Without it, we feel incomplete, deficient, bad, wrong, and unworthy. There's quiet desperation and hopelessness, which often leads to destructive behaviors and suffering. It becomes so common that it's considered normal. I'm here to say that it's not. The truth is, the feeling of self-worth is missing from our lives because of a disconnection with the soul. If we think there is something more important, then we are sabotaging ourselves. We have identified with the enemy, which is really nothing more than a personality or who we take ourselves to be. Its very basis is rooted in trying to find what it feels is missing. The only problem is that the personality is not who we really are. Who we really are is the soul. The soul is the mechanism that connects us to a higher power. It is one with an infinite abundance of joy, compassion, wholeheartedness, clarity, wisdom, serenity, and life. It is a timeless substance that puts us in union with what is infinite, eternal, holy, sacred, and divine. Identifying with anything less is self-rejection. The feeling of true self-worth has its origin in the soul. Why wouldn't we feel outrage, hostility, and injury when we are disconnected from this essential part of us? It's convenient and easy to pretend it doesn't matter. But the feeling of lack doesn't just come from nowhere. It comes from disconnection with the soul. There's nothing else that is going to repair the gap of our emptiness. The bottom line, John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. Peace.